Hey guys, welcome or hopefully welcome back to my channel, Rad Roots Yoga. My name is Brittni and I will be your facilitator for your practice today. Today's practice is a steady and strong Vinyasa flow designed to help build stability and strength through longer holds. We're going to go ahead and get started sitting on our sits bones in an easy pose. If you need a block for more support, please feel free to grab one of those. Palms are going to be resting on our knees. Go ahead and close the eyes down and begin to relax the muscles in the face, in the jaw, in the forehead. Taking a few breaths here on our own, taking the time to turn inwards. With each inhale, you're feeling the lengthening of the spine. With each exhale, you feel the support of the ground, making you feel rooted. Maybe you find some gentle rolls of the head and neck in one direction. Maybe you switch the directions of the circles. When you finish the one that you were on, our head is back to a neutral position. Go ahead and open up the eyes. We're going to go ahead and face the top of our mats, finding all fours in a tabletop position. Untucking the toes. On your inhale, we're dropping the belly, lifting the gaze and the tailbone. Exhale, tuck the chin into the chest. Press the heart into the space in the back body. We're just going to find a few cycles of cat-cow here on our own, at our own pace. Just getting some mobility in our spine. Connecting the breath with our movement here before we start our flow. And then inhale back to a neutral spine. We are threading the right arm under the left, lowering the right ear and right shoulder to the mat. Inhaling back to center. On your exhale, we're threading the left arm under the right, lowering the left shoulder and left ear. Inhaling back to center. Tuck onto the toes. Press the hips up into our first downward facing dog of practice. Feel free to pedal out the feet. Find a gentle sway of the hips back and forth, whatever feels nice for you. Letting our bodies know that we are about to start moving. On our next inhale, we're walking the feet to the top of the mat, 1 foot at a time. Stretching out the backside body. The next place that we will meet is in our forward fold at the top of the mat. We're letting the upper body hang, clasp onto opposite elbows, find a gentle bounce and sway back and forth in our ragdoll. Inhale, hands to shins, elongating through the spine with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Slowly and articulately rolling up the back body, neck and head are last to lift. Palms are facing forward, arms are down by our sides in our mountain pose. And here we'll start our Vinyasa flow. Inhale the arms up, palms are facing. Exhale, we're bending into the knees, sending the hips back as if we're sitting in a chair. Heart is open towards the top of our mats. We're paying attention to our inhales and our exhales in our Utkatasana. One more inhale. One more exhale. And we're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat. Hands are still lifted. In our high lunge, back of the right thigh is pressing up towards the sky. Maybe bend a little bit deeper into that front left knee. And then on your inhale, maybe you open the heart up towards the sky in your crescent lunge. Exhale, we're going to open up towards the right side of our mat. Right foot is parallel to the back. Arms are extended out long in opposite directions. Gaze is over the left shoulder. Maybe you bend a little bit deeper into that front left knee. Inhale to reverse the warrior. Left hand comes up and over. Right hand slides down the back of the right thigh. On your exhale, we're finding a side angle. Left elbow comes to the inside of the left knee. It's not resting on it though. It's just on the inside, pressing against it. Right fingertips come up towards the sky. Inhale, straighten through that front left leg. Left arm comes out to a T. We're going to turn the right heel in our star. Bring hands to heart center and slowly start to bend into both knees. In our goddess pose. We'll have a few breaths here on our own. Maybe still a little bit deeper. We're drawing both of the knees towards the back edge of our mat. Sitting tall through the spine. And we're going to pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend straight through both legs. Arms come back out to a T in our star. We're going to cartwheel the hands down to frame out the left foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right in our plank. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing. Let's have one full cycle of breath here together, in through the nose. And exhale, letting it go through the mouth. On your next inhale, we're going to step the right foot to the top of the mat. Then we're going to bring the left foot to meet it in our forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins, elongating through the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, rolling up the back body. Neck and head are last to lift. Palms and gaze meet overhead. Here we'll start the left side of that same sequence. When you are ready, on your exhale, we're bending into both knees, sending the hips back and down as if we're sitting in a chair, opening the heart up towards the top of our mat. And hands are reaching up. Paying attention to our breath, long inhales, long exhales. Our weight is in our heels. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Hands are still up in our lunge. Back of the left thighs pressing up towards the sky. Maybe you bend a little bit deeper into the front right leg. On your next exhale, open up the heart in our crescent lunge. Open up towards the left side of our mat. Left foot is parallel to the back. Arms are to a T. Fingertips are reaching long in opposite directions. Gaze is over the right shoulder. Maybe you bend a little bit deeper into the front right knee. Your next exhale, we're reversing the warrior. Right hand comes up and over. Left hand slides down the back, left thigh. Inhale, we're moving through center. Right elbow finds the inside of the right knee. Fingers can be to the mat for support if you need. But if not, we're challenging ourselves. Left fingertips are up towards the sky. We're pressing that right elbow into the inside of that right knee. In our side angle. Press straight through that front right leg. Arm comes out to a T. We're going to turn both of the heels in our star. Bring hands to heart center. We're bending slowly into both knees in our goddess pose. Taking a few breaths here on our own. Maybe you sit a little bit deeper. Remember, we're drawing both knees towards the back of us. And now we'll pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten through both legs. Arms come back out to our star. We're gonna cartwheel the hands down to frame out the right foot. Step the right foot back to meet the left in our plank. Send the hips up. Downward facing. And your next inhale, step the left foot to the top of the mat. Right foot plants beside the left and our forward fold. Inhale, half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, curling in and rolling up the back body one vertebrae at a time. Palms and gaze meet overhead. We're gonna do that sequence one more time on each side. When you are ready, we're slowly bending into both knees, sending the hips down and back, finding our chair. Heart is open to the front of our mats. Fingertips are reaching up. Maybe tuck the tailbone under just a little bit. Step the right foot to the back of the mat. Hands are up in our high lunge. Back of the right thigh is pressing up towards the sky. Maybe you bend a little bit deeper into the left knee. Inhale, open the heart up. Crescent lunge. Open up towards the right side of our mat in our warrior 2. Right foot is parallel to the back of the mat. Fingertips long in opposite directions. You bend a little bit deeper into the front left knee. Exhale, reverse your warrior. Left hand comes up and over. Right hand slides down the back right thigh. And then we're moving to our side angle. Left elbow to the inside of the left knee. They're pressing against each other. Right fingertips are up. Straighten through that front left knee. Come to our star. Drawing both heels in. Bring hands to heart center and slowly start to bend into both knees. In our goddess. Pulling both knees towards the back of our mat. And we pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten through both legs. Arms come back out to a T in our star. Cartwheel the hands to frame out the left foot. Step the left foot back in our plank. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing. On your next inhale, step the right foot to the top of the mat. Then the left foot plants beside it in our forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins. Elongating the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Rolling up the back body. Palms and gaze meet. Last time for this sequence. Our left side, when you're ready, we're bending into the knees, sending the hips down and back. In our chair, slightly tucking the tailbone under, reaching long through the fingertips. Weight is in our heels. Step the left foot to the back of the mat in our high lunge. Back of the left thigh is pressing up towards the sky. Inhale to open up the heart towards the sky. Exhale, we're going to open up towards the left side of our mat this time. Left foot is parallel to the back. Gaze is over the right fingertips. And our warrior two. Maybe you bend a little bit deeper into the front right knee. And reverse the warrior. Right fingertips come up and over. Left hand slides down the back, left thigh. Inhale to our side angle pose. Right elbow to the inside of the right knee. Left fingertips are up. Straighten through the front right leg. Arms come out to a T. We're bringing both the heels in. Hands to heart center. Slowly bend into both knees. Goddess pose. Back is flat as if it's pressed up against a wall behind you. And we're pulsing for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten through both legs. Arms come back out to a T, to our star. Cartwheel the hands to frame out the right foot. Step the right foot back, plank pose. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing. Let's have one full cycle of breath here together. In through the nose. And exhale, letting it go through the mouth. On your next inhale, step the right foot to the top of the mat. Left foot plants beside it. Forward fold. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root, rise. Neck and head are last to lift. Palms and gaze meet. Here we move into tree pose. I want you to drag the bottom of the right foot up the inside of the left calf, all the way up to the inside of the left thigh. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, you can leave it on the inside of the right calf. Most important, do not place the foot on the inside of the right knee. We got to keep that knee joint safe. So right foot is to the inside of the left thigh. Arms are up, maybe they come out in our tree pose. Being mindful of our breath, drawing the right knee towards the back of our mat. Balance and strength live in the same space. Pay attention to your breath, and your body will follow. Slowly drag the right foot back down to the ground, replanting it to the mat, and we'll do the left side. Sliding the bottom of the left foot up the inside of the right leg until you can plant it to the inside of the thigh. We're drawing the left knee back towards the back of our mats. Long inhales, long exhales. We're going to slowly drag the bottom of the left foot back down the inside of the right leg, replanting it to the mat, reaching up and out of the waist, extending the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, dive the heart forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, step the right foot to the back of the mat. Left foot meets it in our plank. Then we're going to come to our elbows. And we're going to be here for a few seconds, building heat and strength and stability in our cores. Slightly tucking the pelvis under, pressing the heart into the space in the back body, flexing the glutes. Slowly lower the knees to the mat, and press back to child's pose. Arms are long out in front of us. Your next inhale, we're pressing up to tabletop. We're going to cross over the ankles. We're going to come all the way to our backs. On your next inhale, we're lifting the legs and we're lifting the upper body to our boat pose. And once you have reached the height of your boat pose, we're holding. On your inhale, lift. Always mindful of the breath. Steady breath, steady body. Maybe your legs are extended out straight. They can also be bent. Wherever you are in your practice is perfectly fine. There's always room to grow and build. Then we're going to lower all the way back down. We're going to do the boat hold one more time. On your inhale, we're lifting the legs, lifting the upper body. Inhale up and hold. Trying to draw the navel towards our spine. So we're sucking, we're drawing it in, drawing it backwards. If you do have the shakes are good. That means that you're reaching a limit and your body is building strength. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly and controlled, lower all the way down to our backs. Reach The hands up over the head, extending long. Using the strength of the core, we're going to sit up. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. And then lever the upper body forward, fingertips towards or past the toes. Eventually letting the head hang as well in our seated forward fold. Taking a few cycles of breath here on our own, letting our bodies know that we are slowing down fairly quickly here. And next inhale, reach long through the fingertips and slowly roll down the vertebrae in the back body, all the way to our backs. Draw the knees into the chest, one leg at a time. Arms are coming out to a T. We're gonna drop the knees off the right side of our mat in our supine twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop the knees off the left side of our mat. Inhale back to center. Extend the bottoms of both feet up towards the sky. Palms of the hands grab the outer edge of the feet. Then you draw the knees down towards the earth in our happy baby pose. Maybe find a gentle roll, massaging out the low back. Maybe you play with straightening through one leg while keeping one bent. And maybe you swap it out, straightening the other. Maybe you straighten through both if you're feeling playful. If there are any other postures you'd like to add to your practice, this is a good spot to do so. If not, the next place we meet is in Shavasana. If you are thinking of turning this off, please don't. Shavasana is arguably one of the most important parts of our practice. Heels together, big toes out, arms are down by our sides, palms facing up, shoulder blades pulled slightly together on the back body. Taking note of how much different we might feel now in comparison to the beginning of our practice. We're going to relax the muscles in the face and the jaw. Eyes are closed down. We're going to have one last inhale and exhale together, making it the longest that we have taken all practice. Inhaling in through the nose. And exhale, letting go of all of the things that no longer serve us. And as your body finds its natural rhythm of breathing, go ahead and drop in. For now, this is where I will leave you. I want to thank you so much for choosing to spend time here today. The light in me honors, acknowledges, and respects the light in each of you. Until next time, namaste.